So we have like 3 different choices. Brian, the guy is guilty of major fraud. The man is a sexual harasser. Brian, you're protecting a complete POS here.
I have no idea. Yeah. I mean,
we don't even know who Brian really is.
Brian. I think they're talking about someone else, so it's like the article that they're writing on somebody else. And she's talking to Brian.
So what should we choose?
I don't know.
They all sound pretty bad.
Yeah. I don't think it matters at this point. I've got no idea either way. I'm gonna take a sip of my tea.
I guess I'll just choose the last one.
Now look, I know my article sounds like character assassination, but it's just because that guy gave me enough ammo to make him look like Swiss cheese once the story goes live. My sources are legit. They've provided receipts and everything. They faced all kinds of injustices and are crying out for help. So why are you siding with a corporate shithead and not them?
Your sources are not the problem here. I never said they were.
I like it. You're avoiding the core of the issue.
No, I believe I've pinpointed it in a precise way. If it were up to me, I'd greenlight the article here and now, and we wouldn't be having this conversation.
But you're killing the article. Just because some rich shithead told you he doesn't like it.
Get real. This is not about some millionaire jerk calling me to make me an offer I can't refuse.
What is this about then? Because it looks awfully like...
It's about my bosses telling me this outlet can't afford the legal action we have already been threatened with.
So, millionaire interference.
Oh, for crying out loud, Julia. Don't make me treat you like a child. You know how this works. I published your story. It's Steele versus Gawker all over again. A lawsuit here, a lawsuit there, until we're bled dry. This is hard.
You gotta stick with it now. But, I mean, I didn't even know my character was female.
Yeah, you're female doing a dude's way. I have a mortgage. I have 3 mouths waiting to be fed at home. I have an amazing team that doesn't deserve to be torn apart over some...
Hey, Brian, do you have a stuffy nose? Do you think...
If you notice, my voice is a bit deeper than usual, Brian. I've been singing death metal all weekend. Really. Don't you think it's telling you mentioned your mortgage first? Just asking questions.
I know better than to get into these empty semantic arguments with you, Miss Sawinski. You're good at them. The problem is you're still not good enough.
Meaning?
You're too in love with weaving a good story and establishing a seductive narrative to let facts get in the way.
You've got enough boring suits with no principles on board these days. They always give you the facts because that's all they can do. I'm using the facts as a way to approach some kind of truth.
Except facts can blindside you, and Double Spiral has enough facts to water down your story to the point where it makes no sense to publish it. Their HR and PR are working overtime to deliver a convincing counter-narrative. And they're doing a great job. Won't mitigate the damage completely, but will put every little thing in question.
Jesse Montgomery is a racist, a fraud, a sexual predator, and a downright satanic fuckhead.
Julia.
Let me say it again. Jesse Montgomery is a racist, a fraud, a sexual predator, and a downright satanic fuckhead. Do you personally believe it or not?
This is not.
You've listened to the tapes. You've read the transcripts. You've seen the documents. You've got the files. I'm asking for your personal opinion. Do you believe it or not? Click, clack, click, click, clack, click. I'm not sure why I'm saying that. I can just be like,
Yeah.
I can like improvise that.
Of course I do, but that's beside the point.
It's not. Look, how about I just say it out loud and save over? How about I just say it out loud and save us both the time? We're not having this conversation because there's an actual conversation to be had. You set up this meeting knowing very damn well there's only one way it's going to end. You've got a mortgage and free mouth to feed. You prioritize the well-being of your direct surroundings over some nebulous concept of greater good. I get it, I really do. Yet for some reason it seems like you're only prolonging this conversation and rationalizing your decision so that I forgive you, officially exonerate you.
I'm not the bad guy here, Julia.
That's what the fact is. I wouldn't. I mean, I guess wait, am I gonna? I don't know. What do you think we should go with? I'd say I wouldn't say you are. I think. Also, what are you? That's interesting. Maybe so. What are you? Like, let's hear his.
Yeah.
What do
So,
you think?
what are you?
What are you then, in your own words?
A man who does what is necessary to protect his own.
So I don't count as your own anymore? He mutters something under his breath, ending with a self-pitying chuckle.
I don't know if you'd even want to work under a scumbag like me from now on.
Ah, come on. Don't turn this into a pity party.
No, I'm absolutely a scumbag.
And why is that?
Because I'm firing you.
Nanny? My thoughts are scrambled, like the eggs I had this morning. For a brief moment, the state of my bank account displays before my eyes with startling clarity. A howling void opens in my chest and starts traveling towards my stomach. No, don't panic yet, you idiot. Get more information. Now, there must be a catch. Is that, if that's what you want to go with? I'd say you're joking, but which one do you think? What about work? Is it final?
I'd probably ask, like, and what about my work?
Okay, let's go for that one then. Let me get this straight. Ever since we met, I've been working on stories and pieces no one else in your office would touch with a 10-foot pole. Constantly interviewing total nobodies. Always busy traveling in the middle of nowhere, or regretting my last trip, repeatedly ordered to clean up someone else's mess.
Julia.
All your long-winded spiels about the disposable work is the most important work, and suddenly you only remember the disposable part.
My feelings about the quality of your work remain the same as ever. It was vital. It kept the magazine going. I will always appreciate it.
Then why would you threaten to fire me?
I would never threaten you. It's a done deal. They've made their decision perfectly clear.
They? What they? Who is this they? He glances left and right, and then points upwards for a short moment. When he speaks up again, it's in a hushed voice.
You know, the big kahunas can't really question them, and they wanted your head on a silver plate.
He's not looking me in the eye. I'm choking on my teeth.
Don't check.
Oh. You're not joking.
I would never joke about stuff like this.
It's real. Fucking hell. It's real. Damn it, damn it, damn it. Damn it, damn it all to hell. All these years, all this grind, all my plans, and for what fucking asshole, you know, I deserve better. I always deserve better. It always ends with me going down the drain. Back to the sewers. Fuck. No. Take a few deep breaths. Don't lose the plot now. Keep yourself together, you idiot. The moment you show weakness, they go for your throat. Get back in control. You can do. Oh, you can't do this.
I wish I didn't have to, but it's a lost cause.
No. I mean, it's impossible.
Julia. Julia.
Oh, Brian, you got real close to my ear, Brian.
Brian, do you mind stepping away from my ear? You're tickling my eardrum with your hot coffee man breath. You can't fire someone who's never been hired in the first place. It takes him a few seconds to put on his "oh, I get it" face, let out a troubled gasp, and start massaging his temples. Lodestar had been my biggest source of income Lodestar has been the biggest source of income for the past few years. That much is true. But technically, nobody has ever hired me. It was all freelance jobs. All full-time position only, served as a kind of a dangling carrot, a promise of a decent pay grade, career perspectives, maybe even some kind of insurance to save my failing health. And the recognition I would get for being part of the Lodestar team, a position that everyone around me seems to respect, aside from me. Then why did they want it so much? There will be time to mourn what could have been. For now, I should act like I don't care.
You know what I mean. If I let you work, even under a fake name, it would be a guillotine for me.
Got it. This is ridiculous. You know that I'm going to start shopping the story around the second audience room, don't you?
Of course I know. I told them.
Any response?
Let us worry about that.
Well, that doesn't sound ominous at all. I do wonder if I could get accustomed to one of these loud mechanical keyboards some people here love to use. Whenever I did my work here, I was still expected to bring my own crappy laptop and sit closer to the lobby. Always on the outside, no matter how hard I try to break in. A vibration in my pocket feels like a bad omen. I decide to ignore it for now. I've been working on this fucking story for, I don't know, 16 months, on and off.
I know.
You kept cheering me on.
I know.
We have even agreed on the pay I'd receive.
I know.
I'm 2 months behind on my rent. Wait, no. I'm 2 months behind on my rent. No, wait. 2.5. I catch him off guard. He's momentarily taken aback, then gives me an empathetic stare. Don't you look at me this way. You don't have the right.
I didn't know.
Well, now you do.
Look, if there's anything I can do to help.
If you can't tell your big kahunas to fuck off, I don't think there's a single thing.
Julia.
I pull out a smoke and light it up. Gotta get back in control.
Please don't do that. There's a smoke detector here.
No worries. Nick turned him off a few weeks ago. Probably the most creative thing he's done in the past 5 years. Good old Nick. The perfect 21st century cinema reviewer. Never has an original thought of his own. Just relies on his purely algorithmic taste to stay likable. And the best thing is, it works. Funny. I used to dream about his job. It was Brian who killed this dream, making me realize Nick won't be unseated anytime soon, and offered to teach me the ways of an investigative journalist instead. Wasn't the career I ever wanted to pursue, but to my dismay, I turned out to be surprisingly good at it, until this Montgomery thing happened. Serves me right. Lesson learned. Should have pursued my dreams instead.
Stop it. Nicholas is a good friend, a respected critic, a member of my team, and put out that smoke. People tell me I let you step all over me. Why do I even let you act this way?
Because you once told me honesty is most important in the mentor-student relationship, and that it works both ways, and because I thought we were friends. He bites his lip and stares sideways to avoid my eyes.
At the end of the day, bosses aren't friends. Most have been a terrible mentor if I didn't even teach you that.
Huh? What do you think, Annie? Could have been better.
Yeah.
You are still responsible for me. Could have been better.
Could have been better.
All right. Could have been better. Yeah. Could have been a bit better.
Huh.
There's too much shared history between us, so I'm reluctant to make this parting of ways too bitter.
I might have failed you as a guide, but I will do what I can not to leave you stranded, okay? There are options. None of them are a remedy for all your troubles, but...
Ugh, wait a second. Another vibration in my pocket. Another foreboding feeling. This time I reluctantly take the smartphone out of my pocket. If it has to rain, why not let it pour? A new email? It's a lengthy one. And the sender? Speak of the devil. No, this can't be. Christ. Wait, Christ sent that? No. He's back, boys. I just got an email from Mila Topaz. Oh, Lopez. Mila Lopez. She claims she's been laid off from Double Spiral. Same as Mike Antoff and Jared Rivera.
What? It's what happened.
Spare you all of her insults, okay? The key thing is, it seems that her HR knows all the confidential information about my journalistic investigation and used it to shut everyone's mouth. Hell, apparently Montgomery walked up to Lopez when she was emptying her desk and told her to thank me for being a, quote, dumb and careless cunt. Brain. I was like, brain goes pale? My brain goes more pale. Brian goes pale. I think he has a very good reason to. You fucking scumbag. You outed my sources?
What? What? Of course not. What are you even saying?
Oh. Don't you dare try and play coy. It must have either been you or me, no one else. And you know the way I work. My investigation was basically untraceable, both on and offline. Carefully picked meeting spots, encryption upon encryption, every direct quote written 5 times, just in case. All sorts of red herrings scattered around. I know my shit. You know I do. And there's timing. Did you just pass a flash drive to your beloved Big Kahunas during a meeting as a sign of goodwill?
Look, I get that you're upset, but why don't we just talk this through calmly?
So he's firing her and used the information that she gathered to, like, in what way? I'm not sure I followed quite. She's using it, like, he's using the information to quiet other people or something?
Something along those lines.
Okay. And what do you think we should say? I mean, they're all pretty
Yeah, they're all the
much...
same.
Okay, well,
Which one do you want to pick?
that one's fine. Fury takes the wheel. I'm just here along for the ride. I can't do anything about it. In a deranged way, realizing you're just a passenger in your own body feels liberating. Let's just see it all unfold. Calmly, fuck you, Brian.
Julia.
I've been paranoid for a month, acting like everyone I didn't know was an assassin or a corporate spy. I know I haven't messed up, not in a way that would implicate all of them. You goddamn, you thought you could get away with this?
I haven't done anything improper. Don't push the blame on me.
So what? You're claiming it's my fault? Because you're never the guilty one. It's always the bosses, the economy, the obligations you have, and now me.
You're being silly. Quit with this martyr bullshit. Calm down or I'll have to.
You immortal. Oh, you immortal. You immoral shithead. You motherfucking.
Calm down, for God's sake.
And so it goes. I got out a lot of words I wanted to say for a long time, but held back. I fling a lot of insults I've been workshopping for years, hoping I'd never use them. I break a few things. At times, for a split second, I see pity in somebody's eyes. It's gonna haunt me for a long time, but in the heat of the moment, I don't care. These people, this company has nothing left to offer me, so at least let me make this catharsis. In the end, a security guard has to escort me out of the building, and that's the end of my journalistic career. I just feel like my world has crumbled into nothing.
I mean, you have every right to. Like, Jesus, if I were you, I would have already broken down into a sobbing mess.
I'd love to, but I'm on a subway, far too proud to cry in public, even now, and... It's stupid. I feel like someone out there keeps destroying everything I hold dear, just to see my reaction. Like it was a prank show and someone was waiting to record me crying. So, out of sheer spite, I'm doing my best to not cry. Fuck you, whoever and wherever you are.
That's the most Julia Sawinski thing I've heard. Spite is the greatest motivator, huh?
Not feeling particularly motivated to do anything right now, to be honest. I always want to stay in my bed until my shithead landlord calls the cops to forcefully evict me.
Not surprised. Shit, I know that whenever life decides to fuck you over, it's always one thing after another, but this is too much.
How much is too much? Let's recap the last week of June 2019. I've been kicked out of my job. Well, not that I ever been hired, so let's just say my mentor broke every vague promise he'd ever made to me. A big thing I'd been working on for a year and a half went down the toilet and it's all useless. My boss didn't protect my sources properly, and now they keep trying to reach me through every possible channel to threaten me or just to yell at me They have every right to react like that. All of my stupid side gigs were shut down. Nobody's replying to my emails. Someone's been dragging my name through the mud, behind the scenes. And it worked.
I still have no idea who's sending these shitty messages around. I've been asking, but...
Listen, don't worry about it.
I'm not going to stand idly by and watch you get cancelled by some mean-spirited delusional...
I said don't worry about it. I had 300 messages from my landlord. The message previews were stressful enough. A call came from Chicago. Apparently, Dad has bladder cancer. Mom is in hysterics. She'd go crazy if she heard about my situation. So I have to pretend everything is okay whenever she calls. And she calls every day, and she just won't hang up before she offloads all her burdens on me. And I can't blame her, because we all had to learn to cope with Dad's psychopathic tendencies somehow. I was robbed. All my documents, and what little money I had, gone. Don't even know when or where it happened. And it's driving me crazy because I'm always extremely wary of pickpockets. The list goes on. I don't just sound paranoid, but it really feels like a concerted attack.
Paranoid is good. Anyway, I know you always hand-wave this topic away, but just remember that if anything happens, my place is your place. You don't have to get through it alone.
I do. I've been a trouble magnet, and as self-centered as I may be, I don't want it to affect you. I know. Listen, I have another call.
Alright, just call me if anything happens, no matter how dumb it seems, okay? And swing by whenever you can.
I will. Thank you. See ya. I put my phone away, exhale and blankly stare in front of me. Christ, he's back again.
Oh.
He's come to do some cleaning in this situation.
Some holy cleaning.
Oh, he'll need some holy water to scrub this place clean. I love the art style though.
Mm-hmm.
Also, my voice is like naturally like going because I've been doing that voice for so long.
You can't even tell that Julia is female anyway, so like you're doing a really great job.
Thanks, you too. I glance at my reflection in the window. Just look at this idiot. Whenever the situation requires me to dress formally, I still feel a bit like a child cosplaying as an adult. Should have just followed the dress for the job you want advice and continue dressing up like a trust fund kid who keeps partying on Brooklyn rooftops for years without a care in the world. It's only after a while that I realize the car is empty, and naturally so. I start feeling uneasy, but someone enters my peripheral vision. And that's the last thing I consciously register. The world dissolves.